Hi there, this is Gino from EurekaGoldSands.com, your lovable Nugget King. Over here today, we're going to do a side-by-side test of the Gold Hog mat and the Dream mat here. Just flip the camera around here. Let's see, we got the Gold Hog mat right there. Dream mat set up on a high banker over there. First thing we're going to do is we're going to run 7.5 gallons, a bucket and a half of cons that we have screened down to 1/4 inch from the banks of the Tulameen River where we did our first educational video. And so we're going to run that through. We'll do a cleanup on the Gold Hog mat. Then we're going to repeat the process with the Dream mat from Dave Peterson. We're going to test along the way with our pans. We're going to see for a check for losses, see if we're losing any gold on both mats. And once we're done cleaning them up, I've also got 2 vials of gold, a 0.5 gram in each vial. We're going to dump that in, throw a few more shovels into there, and do another second test to make sure that we don't have gold loss with some of the coarser material. Anyways, this is Matt Nugget. He'll be doing our filming today. He's a lifelong friend of mine out here in the gold mining fields. This guy knows what the hell he's doing, and he's got horseshoes up his butt bigger than Robert Berthold. I'll guarantee you that. We got a guy, we call him the Shoe because he wins all our contests. So everyone says he's got horseshoes up his butt, so everyone calls him the Shoe now. You got bigger shoes than him, I'll guarantee that. There's our newest member of the party, that's Peter Dirksen. He runs the Kamloops Rock Hounding page on Facebook. As well, last year he impressed us so much on the Olivine that we decided to take him on as a partner. So he works with me and Maurice now and has access to all of our great claims that the Nugget Valley takes you out to. And then we can't forget Maurice. Hey Maurice, Maurice is going to help us run the high bankers and run the review today. So without further ado, I'm going to pass the camera on to Matt here, and we're going to start our processing here, starting with the Gold Hog mat. Anyways, we've just finished running a bucket and a half of material over the Gold Hog mat using the Gold Fox Trommel high banker combo. We're about to do our cleanup here. There's not a lot of material in the mat. That's what Gold Hog is known for on their mats. So let's pull her out, clean it up, and see what we ended up with. Make sure that she's holding this fine gold. This area is really well known for that. Okay, oh, I can see some gold right there. Can we maybe get some water here, someone? Yep. Alrighty. Oh, I got water right beside me. Alright, I don't see no yellow flecks up in the top of the box there. So we'll get this mat cleaned out. Yeah, this is one of the other things I have to say. I'm not a big fan of the Gold Hog mats for cleaning them out. They seem to be a bit of a pain, and I worry about losses unless you're using like a big bucket system or something. And that's honestly probably my biggest complaint about these mats. But gonna have to replace our double-sided tape next time we put this together too, I think. Okay, I think we can call that mat clean. Not seeing anything caught in behind there. No, little tiny pebble there, but it's not gold. Okay, I think we can call that mat clean. So let's pan out our cons from the Gold Hog mat and see what we got here while Peter and Maurice set up the Dream mat for our test on that one. My cape is coming off, eh? Can't be a good Nugget King without being properly dressed, no? So, these are our cons from the Gold Hog mat. I'm going to pan these back real gentle like. See how we did. Did okay in this spot in the last educational. We ran about 10-15 buckets, got a couple of grams. So be nice to see 0.2 of a gram here, quarter gram, something like that in the pan. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Of course. Yeah, on a nice piece of couple of ice. Oh yeah. All right, we're not gonna take too much out of here because I know this gold can be pesky sometimes. So let's backpan what we got here. Yeah, magnetite's pretty coarse here. Oh, there's a nice little flake right there at the top. I don't know if you can see that. We're just gonna poke him down there so he stays. Oh wow, there's actually quite a bit of gold here. So let's stratify that a little better. This stuff takes a while to pan. It's got a lot of gold in it. Not bad for $1.50, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to just push those ones back up there. Get rid of some of this here. Get that stuff back in there, like that. Yeah, that's a good band. Yeah, some pretty good fine stuff there. The hog mat's not doing a bad job. Oh, you snuck away on us over there. Probably got a few little bits of dust on the bottom there. I'll do a video once I get back to the cleanup shack at home, and we'll store this stuff and do a final checkup. But yeah, that's a pretty impressive pan. Look at that. Zoom in on that there, Matt.
It's a very good pan.
Not bad for $1.50 of material. Anyway, we're going to store this away, and we're going to get set up. I think you guys are almost ready here. Or?
Gonna fire it up.
Okay, so maybe I could leave you with this job here. Wow. Yeah, it's a good spot, man.
Oh yeah.
Why don't I live here again?
Or we could just get another pan to use and just set that pan to the side. Yeah.
You want me to shut this off, Gino?
Okay then, so we're going to just get this box rigged up. Now Matt, if I could get you to zoom in here just on the Dream Mat. This is a prospect from prospectorsdream.com. They call it the Dream Mat. Never used this before. This is my very first time. We had Peter set it up with a clinometer, so we've got the right angles. We're set up pretty similar to the Gold Hog there. It's just an older box. We had to put a 2x4 wood spacer in there to fit the mat in because we got to pick up an 8-inch box so we can properly install it. So, in my opinion, actually, the Gold Hog, this mat's actually at a little bit of a disadvantage on this test, but let's see how she works out. And if we don't like the way it works out, we'll do another review when it's set up more, a little bit more professionally. So anyways, prospectorsdream.com, the Prospector's Dream mat. Okay, so anytime you're ready, Peter, we'll fire her up. And
Probably going to need a hand with this.
okay, just a moment. Need me to start her up? Hi there, I'm Gino, the Nugget King Del Seattle from MauriceGoldSands.com. This is part 2 of our side-by-side test of Gold Hog matting versus the Dream Mat from DreamMat.com, or ProspectorsDream.com, I'm sorry. The first test, we ran a bucket and a half of quarter-inch concentrate from the Tulameen River that we dug right beside us here. And as you saw in that video, the pan was really nice. The Gold Hog mat did perform well. When we did our tailings check, we did find no losses in one shovel full of dirt and about 3 colors, 4 colors. So we'll do the same thing here. We'll check the tailings at the end and see how the Dream Mat performs with the same material. There we go. There's half a bucket, one more bucket to go. Shot of the mat running down there. Got a good shot of it? Just want people to see how it clears out. Okay, we'll just get the rest of this material, we'll run through the mat, then we'll do a cleanup. We just finished running a 1.5 buckets of quarter-inch screen material through the green mat from prospectorsgreen.com. I'll be quite frank, you know, we ended up to jerry-rig this thing, so we're not too sure how she's going to run, but I'll tell you what, she cleans up nice. There's not a lot of material to pan, so hopefully she held the gold. So let's get to our cleanup. You can cut the motor, Maurice. Get a shot there of what the mat looks like afterwards.
Good thing I have a waterproof phone. Just soaked it.
And if you come over here, you can actually see some gold in one of the riffles here. Right there in the very first one, there's a flake. Can you see that there? You got the flashlight on?
No, but it shows up. Yeah.
Okay. So let's clean this out and see what we got. That's a good sign, seeing gold in the very first riffle.
Yeah.
So let's get a pan in front of this or a bin.
Oh, yeah, the bin would probably work a bit better, so we've had to wing up this bed.
That in there, we'll do a rinse out. Put the pan in front or something. You want to pass me that tobacco can there?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'll let you rinse that out while I finish doing the sluice box here. We'll put the pan in front there. Yeah. I'll rinse this out.
See the gold in there?
Yeah.
Little piece of gold.
It's cool to get to see this run.
Yeah.
There's a little platinum right there.
Platinum, yeah.
See if we can get it to focus.
That's a piece of platinum, but it's small.
Yeah. Right there.
Okay, we have to do a test pan on the tailings.
Yeah.
Can you grab us another pan there? Is there another one up there?
It's got cons in it.
Well, we got one there we could use. Would you mind doing Morris doing a test pan on these tailings right here?
I was gonna suck up this gold quick.
Okay, it's recording. So like when you frame something in, like let's say I want to frame in just this bucket. No, I'm not gonna. You'll have it the other way, but you know what I'm saying. I have very little around the bucket, so very little around me. And if you see anything that shouldn't be in the background, tell me and we'll get rid of it.
Okay.
And I'll edit this whole beginning of the thing out. Let's just make sure we got the right shot first. Tell me when you're good. And give me a 1, 2, 3, and I'll start.
Yep.
Go. Hello everyone, this is Gino, the Nugget King. We're here in my home. We did the Dream Mat and the Gold Hog Mat side by side, as you saw earlier in the video. And as promised, I told you we'd do a final cleanup and see how things weigh out. So here we go. Basically what we did is after each test, we took the cons from the mat that we had panned down a bit and put them in these tobacco cans here. And I'm just going to back pan these, and our cameraman Damon here is going to zoom in on the pan while I do the panning job here and try and keep focus so you guys can see how the mat performed. You know, how much small gold it caught and that kind of thing, you know. Now, I'll remind you that during the test, I'm just making sure we get all the black sand out. During the test, we were very careful. We made 3 buckets of screened material through a 1/2-inch Garrett screen that comes in, you know, the Garrett Super Sluice set. And then we divided the material in half between the Gold Hog mat and the Dream mat. And this was the end result here, and we're going to see how we did. So basically, what we're panning here represents 1 bucket of material. So I'll ask my cameraman here, Damon, to please zoom in on the pan here and try and stay focused there. So what we're going to do is we're going to just gently back pan this. You got just the black sand, as you can see. Well, there is gold there. I mean, like we know that from the previous video. I'm going to be very careful not to let any escape on this. So this panning job is going to take a few minutes. So what I'm doing there is just getting rid of some of the other material, double checking. No little dust flakes or anything went by. I'm going to gently tip the pan that way and give that a shake and resettle that gold back in. There's also a good tip for back panning, how you want to do your finish panning even with my Eureka Gold Sands if you've purchased a bag. So we're just going to be very gentle here. We're only stripping off a few grains of black sand at a time. We're watching very carefully for both platinum and gold to be coming down the pan. If I see even one little flake come, we'll push that back in and then resettle again. Right now I can see a couple of flakes right there starting to come forward, but they're not moving at the moment. So we'll see if we can strip a little more of that black sand off before we do anything. Okay, I see one piece of gold there starting to move. So I think we're going to resettle. So we're not gonna let this material go either, folks, because I'm gonna do a double check before we're done and make sure that I've gotten all the material out of it. We want to make sure that both the mats get a fair shake here in the final pan off. So we're just continuing to strip off this black sand material. And I hope Damon there's got a good shot of the pan as the gold shows up. Don't worry about filming me here. And yeah, oh, you see we got a couple of pieces of gold starting to sneak away there. So we'll just watch that carefully. Oh, there's another little piece. So we're getting to that point where I'm going to try and get rid of these pebbles here too, because they're going to knock things out of the way as we progress. As you can see, the gold is good in the toolamine. Not bad for $1.50 there. I mean, the gold mats aren't that horrible. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about them at all. I know in the video I mentioned that I have a little bit of difficulty cleaning them up unless you've got a bunch of 5-gallon pails extra handy and all that. And, I probably should have done that, but we were careful in cleaning it out. But I just find there a little bit of effort there. I will say that as far as my opinion is concerned, and cleanouts, I've got to give points to the Dream Mat because it's easy to take out of the box. Yeah, it's flexible. You roll it out, and the way it's designed. Oh, I just want to make sure I didn't get any gold out there. No, we're good. There's a little piece of platinum. We're gonna push that back over there, and we're just gonna continue to strip this black sand off. As I was saying, the Dream Mat is flexible. Seems to perform well in cold water. Doesn't get stiff on you. And we were able to clean it out very quickly, actually. I think that's in the video, the actual cleanup of that. There's a couple more little pebbles to remove there. Turn the pan around. And don't worry about this material down here, folks. We're going to be fair. I'm going to go through that stuff again. We're going to use a snuffer bottle to suck up the gold here as we get through it. Now, I'm going to probably, I don't know if you'll hear this in the video, but I'm going to probably set the video on fast forward. And we're going to, eliminate the length of this video because these final pans can take quite some time to do, as you can see. We don't want to add 20 minutes of boring talk. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, nothing's moving really, so we're just going to keep stripping that black sand and make sure no gold dust comes down. Gold Dog Mat actually done pretty good here. I'm seeing some small stuff. See a little piece of lead starting to work its way down, but we're not going to worry about the lead. You can tell by the way it moves. It moves a lot easier than the gold or the platinum does. Notice there's also a piece of mercury there. I don't know if you see that shiny piece there next to the edge of the pan. But, yeah, we got mercury in that area. There was an old steam shovel working it. And also the toolamine is known to have cinnabar out. There you go. You see the mercury just started to take a roll there. So we're going to push that back in. Well, it's actually quite hard and amalgamated, so it's full of gold. Yeah. We'll re-stratify that gold and a bit of mercury gold that's in there. Probably shouldn't touch that stuff, folks, but I don't know. If I'm going to go nuts, I guess I'll go nuts. Oh, that's still there. Okay, I thought a little mercury ball took a hike on us. After we're all done here, we'll dry this gold out too and weigh it up. There's actually enough here that it will show up on the scale, so we've actually done pretty good. It's a nice little spot we took the mats to test on. And this is some real gentle finesse panning going on here right now. Settle that down, get rid of that material. Settle that gold all down into one spot. I think after this we're gonna pull out the snuffer bottle, yep. So I'm gonna just get the snuffer bottle together here. Ensuring that there's no gold in there, nope. Can you hold that with one hand, Damon? Thank you. Okay. And we're going to suck that gold up. Then we're going to check, backpan this one more time, just a little quicker than we did this time. That piece of mercury gold there's quite heavy. Okay. Little specks over there. Okay, and now we're going to just make sure that the Nugget King here panned this properly, so we're going to resettle that one more time. But this time I'm going to pan it a little quicker because I know I got 99.9% of it, but let's be fair to Gold Dog and the Dream Mat and make sure we get every speck of gold on that scale when we dry it. Recording?
Yep, it's recording.
Okay, so we're going to, as I said, back pan this stuff back. And we're just going to look closely at the pan as I do it. If I do see any specks, we'll slow down. But at this point, nothing that looks like gold. If I do see gold, I'll resettle it and pan it again. But I'm not seeing any at this point. So far, so good. Actually, the light on the camera actually helps me to see a lot better. How's that? I don't see a single speck there. It takes a lot of practice, folks, but... Okay, are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to save these cons just in case we have any questions or someone demands I repan it. We've got plenty of these tobacco cans. Just going to drain out the water, make sure no gold comes out, if there is any, but we just checked and I didn't find any. Take another look, and there's nothing in there. I see a piece of mica moving around in there, that's it. Okay, so that concludes Gold Hog. Now we got the problem with the snuffer bottle here, so we're just going to make sure the tube is clear. Make sure no gold is trapped. Oh, we do have a little piece there. How are we going to get that? One little tiny flake over there. I'm going to see if maybe we can... I know what we'll do. Okay. Frame.
Yep.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we got a little flake left in the lid here. We want to make sure every last speck of gold is there. So I'm just flushing the lid out here. And when you're doing this, folks, it's also a good idea to actually take the straw out because a little bit of gold will get stuck on there. And once you've done that, replace your straw. This is what we're doing here is getting ready to dry this. So we'll dry the material that's in here out. So there was a few little pieces of gold there that were stuck in there. We're going to just snuffer them up. There we go. I don't see any other gold left in there. Oh, no, there's one more little piece of platinum right there. Piece of mercury gold right there. All right, we got it all. Now what we're going to do, we need to get rid of most of this water, but we want to be sure that we're not losing any gold, so we just dump it into the pan. Drain out as much of that water as we can. Just want to leave a little bit in there so that when we get ready to dry it out, that's what we'll flush the gold out with. into a drying pan. And we have no gold in there, so I can dispose of that water. Okay, that does the gold hog. Now what we're going to do with the gold hog gold hog mat, is I do need to reuse this tube here. Double check, no gold in it. We're going to put that with the gold hog sand until we're ready for drying, just so we don't get things confused. So, pan is clean. This is the Dream Mat container. That's what is it, water and snuffer bottle there. That was from the thing. We did snuffer a few of the flakes of it. We'll just pan it all together now. And we're just going to make sure that all that material ended up in there. That was all from that test. And we're going to replace the lid so that we can use this snuffer bottle for the Dream Mat. There we go, ready to go. Clean snuffer bottle. Here's about 2 tablespoons of Collins, just like we had with the with the other one there. Maybe a little bit, tad more in here. That Dream Mat can catch that material. It seems to have bigger riffle holes. Nothing left in there. You know, so we found that we got a little bit more material to pan out, but it was high quality material. I don't know. It didn't load up. I mean, I think the point is retention, and the Dream Mat did well with retaining the black sand, and let's see how it did on the gold. So we're just settling in that gold right now, and we're gonna start the back panning process here. I'll turn the pan sideways, get a little bit more water in there, and we're just gonna gently pan that stuff back. You can notice one difference here in the cons from the Dream Mat is there seems to be a few more of the heavier magnetite pebbles being retained.
Got a big flake there already.
Right there. Yeah, a little bit of gold showing. So we're going to get that tailings material, put that down to the bottom, and settle in the gold a little bit again over there. And I don't know, maybe you might need to come around me a bit to get a better shot. It's a little easier for me to pan in this direction. And just keep that camera on the panel. We got a little flake popping its head out there. We'll just push him back. He's stubborn. He wants to come out. So I guess we need to resettle that again a little bit there if the gold's coming out that quick. Like I said, we want to be fair to both mat companies and make sure every speck of gold is still in there. I have a feeling I'm probably going to have to pan this a couple of times. There's a little more material in here than I'd put normally in Collins. I should have done this maybe in 2 stages. But we'll do our check just like we did with Gold Hog, and if we find anything in the tailings, we'll make sure to pan until it's all gone. This is some notoriously difficult gold to pan because it's very, very thin and flat. Oh, I just saw you. The air caught that one. There you go. You see that little flake there? An air bubble caught it and brought it down to the bottom. You got to have sharp eyes here, man. And let's just settle that stuff down and resettle this. We're going to be doing a lot of that resettling, I think, with this pan. Yeah, a lot of material in there. Not entirely bad thing though, because it means that you're probably retaining a little more gold too. If you're washing out too much of the diacons, that's not always a good thing either. At the dirt run through both of the mats, I'll say again, was alrighty then, we're getting there. Some nice little flakes out of that Tulameen River, I tell you. It's you find the right spot there, man can make wages every day. This particular spot, I've personally panned $200 in gold just by hand. Probably about 3 yards, I figured that day. 4 yards. It was a hard day. I worked my butt off, you know, but nothing comes without hard work. Just let a little bit of water out there so we don't have as much water pressure dragging down on this as we get down to the nitty-gritty. Be removing those pebbles as best I can sooner. If you notice the film is a little jumpy, we're having some minor tech issues with the camera. It's shutting off on us, so my cameraman here is being awesome about telling me when it shuts off, and I just basically hold still and wait for him to turn it back on so that we can try and keep the video as continuous as possible. Basically freeze. Okay, we're going to try and get some of these pebbles out of there. Like I said, I'm sorry for the jumpy nature of the film, people. In the last week, I've broke my GoPro because of a tumble on while sussing out a claim. And managed to do the same to my smartphone here that we're recording with. It's got a crack across the screen and not functioning. Anyways, we'll make the best video we can. You know, we're a new show. We're going to buy some better equipment and try to produce a very high quality educational program for you people. I know it's a little silly, the whole Nugget King thing there, but you know what, man, we got to have some fun when we work. And I find that the kids... Okay, so as I was saying, we're going to continue on here. And backpan this a little bit. My phone there, it seems to be a temperature issue it's given us, a warning. So if it shuts off again, I'm going to put the pan down for a minute and allow the phone to cool down, and we'll resume filming. Little piece of gold got up there. We'll get that back. Okay, as I said, we're going to take a little break if the camera shut off. And, oh, that's a piece of magnetite. Sometimes that magnetite, you get an extra shiny one that fools you, makes you think it's a piece of platinum going down. But I'm going to point out, it's a little piece of platinum right there. I want you to watch that black sand, how it goes past it, and that platinum ain't moving. Do you see that? I'm actually moving that water fairly aggressively. There's 2 pieces of platinum there. Neither one of them's moving, but that black sand is. So let's just push them back, though. We don't want to lose them. But that's just a demonstration, so you can see platinum sits just like the gold. So, oh, wait, there's one more piece down there that's not moving. Let's just put that in there, too. Okay. Keep the back panning going on here. Stripping off that sand very gently. Barely letting the water lick it, but we're also trying to keep it wet all the time. You don't want the air to get to it too much because it'll start to float out the gold. Get back in there, you. And you too. You see, we're cheating a little bit here so that we can beat my camera here from starting to shut off on us if it gets too warm again. So, but I have to be honest, this pan's looking better than the one for the Gold Hog, but we're not really going to worry too much about the flakes. I mean, the flakes are there. I would hate to think Gold Hog's losing flakes, but that, you know, so we're going to just call the flakes lucky. What we're going to do is we're going to dry this stuff out at the end, because I know the spot that I was mining, and it's very consistent for flour gold. Okay? So when we're done drying this, I'm going to run this through a sifter and separate the flour from the flake. And I can actually see several pieces of gold floating on the surface there. So yeah, we're going to have to repan this twice. So I don't know if we're going to get it all on video here, folks. I'm going to try to, though. I want to try and keep this as honest as possible. If the video dies again, we'll let the phone cool off so that and I'll put the phone down. We'll try it one more time. Hoping we're going to get there, though. Stuff is picky. Let me see a piece of gold there. Yeah, we're going to have to, I'm not even going to worry about them. We're going to get them on the second go through. There's just too many of them. You get to a point where you just kind of admit defeat. Say, I'm going to have to repan that. So we're going to just try and go through and get the majority out. It's a good little spot, man. Tell ya. If the BC government wasn't so strict with their rules on the environment, it'd be a dream to commercially mine this location. As you can see, there's a bit of mercury gold in there too, like the last pan.
You got one rolling.
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, we're going to try to get through because I know I'm going to be repanning this. We're going to allow a little bit to go past because I know. And we're going to do our best to get out 95% on this one, and hopefully we'll get the other 5%. What I may be forced to do is suck this up with the black sand and do a whole repan of everything. It's a process sometimes with this Tulamine fine gold. But hopefully we're almost there. At least on this one. If I can get this stuff out clean, I won't have to do that. All sorts of gold just going into the back. Yeah. But we're going to get this totally cleaned up, suck this out, and repan all this again. I'm not going to do that on video, though, because we're going to allow the phone to cool off. When we get towards the end, that's when I'll turn the video on. Folks, you're just going to have to trust that the Nugget King's an honest man, and that there's not going to be any funny business here. I can't help that my camera ain't working right. But what I will make a promise to here is that I will make a new video with both of them head-to-head in a much more scientific way. I know this round wasn't exactly the way I'd like it to go, but we may do like a prospector should with what we had. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit after I suck this up. We'll video that, and then I'm going to pan the rest of this. But as you can see, there we go. We got that up, and now I'm going to repan this. So I'll talk to you in a bit. Okay, as promised, the phone died again, so we backpanned on the second time. This is the second go around. Gotta be so gentle here because there's actually quite a bit of flour in there. Looking good. Oh boy. You know what? I'm gonna try a little bit of soap. Just keep focus there for a sec on the bin there. And just gonna put a drop of soap on it. Hopefully that's enough to break the surface tension. Let's get the camera back on there. Okay, we're going to have to be utterly careful here. This is why the Nugget King likes to go after nuggets, because flour gold drives him mad. So picky to pan out. You see a little glob of soap there. Put it close to the gold so that anytime the water passes over it, if the piece does happen to pick up, surface tension's broken and it'll come out. I can't believe how bad my panning was on that first go around. You see all that there? Bad Nugget King. Bad Nugget King. Wow. Definitely out of practice from the winter. Should start panning some of my own dirt or something. We're almost there though. The soap's really helping out. I think we're going to have to probably work my finger in there and get rid of that soap near the end, though, because I think it's going to hold a little bit of stuff because it's gooey. And as you can see, though, that gold ain't moving around anymore. We will do a really fast check once we're done this. Make sure that, because after that, seeing how badly I panned this, to be quite frankly with you, I think I'm going to have to check this a third time. Bad Nugget King. You see how much I missed there? Oh my God. Bad Nugget King. Okay, I'm going to call that clean. Okay, well, let's get that snuffer bottle. Let's suck this up because I know this camera ain't going to last that long again. We chilled it out in the freezer. But hopefully I'll have enough time here to quickly back pan this one more time and just check for dust. This is going to be a really fast pan. This is my third go through it. I'm going to be real disappointed if I see a lot of gold in here. If I see one speck, I won't cry. Okay, that's settled in. Let's get a little more water in there. Just quickly strip this stuff back and we're just watching for a speck. I'm not trying to keep it in one spot. I'm just watching this line right here to see if any gold goes by. So far, so good. Oh, I do see one piece.
One, yeah.
Oh, push that in there. There it is again. Oh, boy.
That's another piece.
Yeah, well. Man, Nugget King, what are you doing here?
There's a piece showing.
Oh, bad Nugget King. I'm going to have to go fourthsies on this. I just can't believe it. That Tulamine gold, though, oh, she can be a bugger to pan sometimes. And that Dream Mat, I don't want to make any presumptions until the scale, but my eyes don't lie to me. And I'm telling you, there's more fine gold in here than there was in the other one. And that's, I'm going to have to say the Dream Mat works better with the fine gold. I mean, geez, I've been panning for 20 years. Not often that there's enough fine gold that I got to do it this many times. Oh, you get back over there, you. All right, so let's snuffer them up, and holy cow, we're going to do it another time. I know I'm going to kill my camera here, and we're probably going to have to do this again, but let's see what we can get done fast. Get rid of some of those bubbles, pick some more water up, and just really quickly back pan this again. Oh, bad Nugget King. Maybe my eyes are going, folks. I don't know. Getting a little on. I just turned 40. I'm not an old man, but things do start to go eventually, I guess. There was a day when that stuff never would have got past me. Tell you in another episode, I'll tell you a story about my very first panning competition. That's a piece of mic. Don't let that one fool you. But yes, there is a flake in there that got through. Keeps showing itself there.
Couple flakes.
We're going to set these up as we go to make sure they don't go past me. That's it, folks. I think I got her all. One little flower there. Okay, so we're going to clean this up, dry it out, and get you a final weigh-in. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you in a bit. Bye. Okay, here we are, the final part of our Gold Hog matting versus Dream matting from prospectorsdream.com. We have finished panning, cleaning out, and drying the gold in great detail, as you've seen, and we are now turning on our scale here, which weighs within 1/1000th of a gram. Oh, here we go. There we go. I thought the battery was dead there for a minute. Okay, so what we're going to do here is first we're going to put the Gold Hog matting gold in. As you can see, it's there. I'm going to get my partner, friend here, Damon, to hold the camera for a moment and film me dumping this into the tray. Now, I saw a couple pieces bounce out behind the scale. I'm going to do the old lick the finger and pick them up technique. Make sure that they end up in there. We don't want to miss a speck. Okay.
Just one little one in the front.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you're right, Damon. And I see one more right there. And one more piece of platinum right there. Little tiny flower gold right there. Let's just rub my finger around and make sure. Okay, as you can read, the scale reads 0.08 of a gram, so almost 1/10 of a gram. Not too bad, not too shabby. So we're going to get Damon to hold the camera again here. And I'm going to take that gold and put it back in the piece of paper it came from for now, and eventually it'll get added to the poke. Make sure that the little bowl here is clean. And replace the bowl. Can we confirm that the scale is 0? And here we go with the Dream Mat from prospectorsdream.com. Couple of little pieces right there. We got 0.152 of a gram. Now, what we're going to do is one last little segment after this where I'm going to spread this stuff out in a pan and separate the platinum from the flour and from the flakes so we can see how the two mats perform. But actually, I'm going to just do that on a white piece of paper because I think it'll be much more visible that way. So, so what we'll do here is take this here. We know that's the Prospector's Dream Mat Gold. And we're going to dump that out here. A little bit of black sand in there too. Maybe we should do a reweigh on that. One of the ways to get rid of this stuff here, folks, is to pull back most of the gold, you know, like this, and then blow very gently. As you can see, the gold stays. So we're going to reweigh that actually. I want to be fair here, like I said. So the black sand is out of there. Okay, folks, we cleaned out the black sand, and we're going to put the gold back in for the Prospector's Dream Mat. So this is a new gold weight. And a little crumb over there that bounced out. We'll get that in there. Okay, our total weight is 0.130 to 131 of a gram. So that's the weight of the recovery for the Prospector's Dream Mat from prospectorsdream.com. Now what we're going to do is we're going to dump out each of these onto a clean sheet of paper and do a comparison on what was retained. So there's the pile for the Prospector's Dream Mat. And yeah, 1 second here. Sorry, I'm just doing this one-handed by myself right now. Okay, and that's the gold for the gold hog matting. So we're just going to spread out the Dream Mat gold, and we're just going to get a visual inspection here. That's the Dream Mat's retention, and that's the gold hog's retention. I don't know. You got a pen handy there? I'd like to pass me a marker I think I have up there. Oh, right there, right there. Gold hog. And this is the Dream Mat. There you have it, folks. You be the judge.